Greetings fellow humans, I'm MartianBuu, and today's pocket video is on Eeveelutions. So this is another deck that I built for NOEX mode. If you go to private match and then use the password NOEX, so no spaces, all caps, you will queue into other people who are searching with that code. It's a community way to play Pokemon Pocket without all of the overpowered EXs. And I thought it would be fun to play with the Eeveelutions all together because this would definitely not work out in ranked. The idea here is to have a toolbox of attackers that evolve from Eevee. Obviously, one of the big problems is we have a ton of evolutions, but only a couple basics. So we're not going to be attacking with all Eevees every game, but choosing the ones that work the best with our hand or against our opponent. Since this deck requires 3 different energy types, I thought it would be fun to try out Ditto, and I did have a couple of really cool Ditto moments, even if for the most part it wasn't very good. It's definitely worth a watch towards the end though. Ditto really pulls off some funny. Vaporeon, being a water type, lets us run Misty, so we get the extra energy acceleration. Jolteon does the most damage for the least amount of energy, but it also has by far the lowest health. Flareon is one of the better attackers. The big problem with it is it specifically requires you to discard a fire energy, so when you have a fire or water and a lightning on it and fire isn't up next, it can be pretty limiting as far as being able to attack again. So I think it's pretty clear from playing this deck that the Eeveelutions weren't necessarily meant to be played in the same deck together, but I still had a blast doing it. I hope you enjoy the games and thank you so much for watching. Here's an Eevee. We have fire coming up first. If lightning's next, I'll probably just evolve the Jolteon. A little scary because of fighting weakness. But you can attack so much faster with the Jolteon than you can the Flareon. It definitely feels like these Eevees are not meant to ever be played together, right? Like... Ooh, lightning is next. Because like, the fact that you have to discard specifically a fire energy is so bad for being able to run multiple types with the Flareon. And at least for now, there's no, like, you know, if there was a supporter that lets you attach an energy to an Eevee, you know, that'd be something. There'd be a reason to run multiple Eevees, but like their attacks aren't super designed to go together. There's no cohesive way to evolve between them, and you can only have 2 Eevees to evolve from in your deck. Like, imagine Ditto could just evolve into any Pokemon. Wouldn't that be interesting? Then you could run 2 Dittos and 2 Eevee like we're doing but now, but like it would give you extra Eevees to have out. That would be a cool gimmick for Ditto. They did it once. There's a Ditto Prism Star that can evolve into any stage 1. Ah, thank goodness. Alright, good job, Jolteon. It definitely feels like the first Eevee needs to be Jolteon just because it requires less energy to attack. Wow. I think we played against this person earlier, because they have one of each type of Onyx in their Sandshrew deck. Less energy for potentially just wiping everything out, that's true, yeah. It does... Yeah, let me evolve first, because you never know. We might get 3 heads, in which case, why not just attach to the Ditto? No heads, perfect. That's just the right amount. That's all I need. No heads. You use some heads on you there, Jolteon, though. Why don't you go ahead and give me 2 heads, please? Yeah, now we have all the time we ever needed. Jolteon hitting Sandshrew makes you eek. It does seem a little funny, huh? We don't mind having to have the lightning hit the Onyx, right? Because we learned pretty early on in the anime that all we need to do is activate the sprinklers, and then Onyx can be hit by lightning. Was that even exactly what happened? What happened was really just they supercharged Pikachu so he could kind of damage Onyx, but like halfway through the match the sprinklers activated and the water just finished him off. You get that reference? Thank you. Quick, put sprinklers on the board. All right. I'll put sprinklers. They're right here in the Flareon's eye. Waiting for our opponent's turn. Does opponent not believe in the bunch of tails? Also, where's their Brock? What are they doing over there? Got a Brock. If they'd had a Brock, stuff could have happened. Waste all our head's energy here. Fully powered Vaporeon. Now we can start powering up our Ditto for all the good that'll do. Let's show me the two heads. Alright. Jolteon, you're so good at this. Good job. You're shocked Leafeon wasn't in the launch set? Umbreon is the most popular evolution, it turns out. So if I was going to be shocked that anything wasn't in the launch set, it would be Umbreon. I hope the mini set is full of like... I hope the mini set is full of metal and dark Pokemon, but like actual dark Pokemon. Every dark Pokemon in the game right now is actually a poison type. There isn't a single actual real dark Pokemon in the whole game. I don't know how I feel about wearing my glasses on my hat instead of on my eyes. I think my major problem with this is that, like, they aren't on my eyes, so I can't see very well. I don't think they're doing me any good on my head. That's better. There's Misty. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get 3 heads on this. 1 heads? Aw. Good enough. I'll take it. At 2 heads we could have XP'd, huh? And now we have to waste a lightning finishing powering up the Vaporeon. That's kind of sad. You're shocked by Jolteon's attack? Yep. I'm pinned by his attack. Maybe that makes it more sense, right? Like, he's not using an electric type attack, he's using a bug type attack. You know, you can hit Onyx and Sandshrew with a bug type attack. I'm gonna put that fire energy that's coming up soon on Ditto for my funnies. Bubble Dream. Whack. Alright, we got the Vaporeon going early enough that I think it'll be good. This thing has 130 HP on a stage 1. That's pretty decent. Pretty decent. Its damage output is abysmal, but you know, it's kind of tanky. Heals itself. Hi, Flareon. I don't have time for you, Flareon. Right, I have to power up Ditto. Why is Pin Missile Jolteon's attack? Because it has all those pins, And it can like porcupine them. You know how the like some porcupines can shoot their quills? Do they even do that? I don't know. But like he has quills and he shoots his quills. That's the idea behind Pin Missile. Blaine, but that's so rude. That is actually so rude. I wish I had a Sabrina here. Sabrina here would be the nuts. I could also retreat and attack with Ditto, and then finish them off with Vaporeon. Is that better? Yeah, because then Vaporeon A won't get knocked out by a potential Blaine, but also... Oh, it has 2 retreat costs? Can I take it back? I wish. I didn't realize that had 2 retreat cost. Now I have to invest another energy in the Vaporeon. It can copy anything? Choose one of your opponent's Pokemon's attacks and use it as this attack. This Pokemon doesn't have the necessary energy to use that attack. This attack does nothing. That's cool that it can go off the bench. I didn't even think about that. I don't think it changes anything. I think it's still terrible. Like the fact that it requires you to have a specific like energy type to go with it is bad news. All right, so now I need to lose my Ditto, unfortunately. But we can retain this Eevee as an option. Like we can put the lightning energy over here. And then I guess we'd like the fire energy for our Eevee because we want to be able to use Flareon. Because Flareon one shots anything they have, right? So maybe what I'll do is I'll Sabrina. I don't have any Giovanni, so I need Sabrina twice. I don't know. I think we just finish him off with a Vape, right? Because Vape isn't hitting Ninetales, but it does hit this. We just hope that our next one is... Oh, we got... So first of all, we got this Misty, but the next one is Fire, so it's fine. What are you gonna do with all these heads? It's always right when it matters, chat. Always right when it matters that we get all those heads. I guess I'll evolve Flareon. I was gonna not hold it because I didn't want them to just concede, right? Because they see the writing on the wall. I want them to stick around and get hit by my Flareon, but like all that does is open me up to red card. So my Flareon with each of its different colors. Eeveebox is actually going to be pretty cool in the paper TCG soon. A, because there's a EVEX coming out that has an ability that lets it evolve into anything that Eevee could evolve into. So you can run 4 Eevee and 4 EVEX in your deck and be able to evolve a ton of Eeveelutions. But also, the regular starters all have Fire, Water, Lightning, or the first set. So the ones that I'm playing in this deck, the Flareon, the Vaporeon, and the Jolteon, all have Fire, Lightning, Water for 280, and then I think they can't attack next turn. But you can use the Glass Trumpet to power energy onto the Eevees while they're colorless, and then evolve them into whichever of those 3 has type advantage, and then you can kind of shift around from there. So like I think that's gonna be cool. And then some of the other EVs from other gens have interesting like setup attacks, so it can be worth it to add a couple extra energy types to be able to use. Like Sylveon lets you shuffle 2 of your opponent's Pokemon into their deck. Yeah, so could be pretty cool. Well, here's a Ditto, and here's a Ditto. Hopefully our opponent is running fire, so we can make use of this fire energy on our Ditto. Why not Starmie Greninja? Starmie, so the reason that if I was going to run Greninja, I would run Articuno Greninja and not Starmie Greninja is because a stage 2 is a lot of evolutions to find and a lot of deck spots taken up in your deck. So having an attacker that's just a basic Pokemon allows for you to still run all of the good trainers while not having to find too many evolutions for your deck to work. So let's see, I think we're also running bad trainers if we're doing all that, are we? No, we can run literally everything. So 8 Pokemon, 2 Professor, 2 Sabrina, 2 Giovanni is 6, so we have 6 slots left for the 3 good trainers, X-Speed, Potion, or X-Speed, Pokeball, and Potion. Oh, we can sing. Ditto can sing, chat. Fancy that. It can also use Glide. Alright, sick. My opponent having colorless attacks allowed my Ditto to work. But anyway, so Starmie is like, not only do you have to find all of the Froakie evolutions, but you also have to find the Starmie evolution. So that's why I wouldn't do that. Plus, the Greninja damage is kind of cute with the bench damage on Articuno's Blizzard. Like, it gives you the Blizzard damage, the Blizzard bench damage, extra value, because you can finish off things that gets close with the Greninja. So I think that would work better. I guess that's what I'd do if I was going to play Greninja. They woke up. The audacity, chat. Hey, we got an Eevee just in time. So this Eevee is gonna evolve into... my opponent's playing a sleep deck. That's so cute. If they evolve into Frostmoth, it'll be good to have a water energy on my Ditto, because then it can use the Frostmoth attack. But yeah, so since the Eevee only needs 1 more energy to attack as a Jolteon, which is almost certainly what I'm going to be doing with it, I am going to put subsequent energies into the Ditto to be able to use the Wigglytuff's attack. It's 2 for 60, right? When that comes down. Unless my opponent is planning to attack with it this turn, they shouldn't evolve their Jigglypuff though. Yeah. Aw, Tails. You hate to see it. Evolve into Wigglytuff. At least this is buying us a ton of time to like set up EVs and things. Except that we don't need much more time for this EV. This is such like a... Oh, it feels like an old school situation, right? Where you like... You're playing red and blue and you're up against a gym leader that's slightly ahead of you. And your only hope is to like use your Zubat to hit Hypnosis over and over and over again so that they stay asleep, and then you chip them down while they're asleep. Awfully rude what you're about to do there, opponent. Awfully rude. I guess I'll save my Ditto. Because it could theoretically be nice with Frostmoth later. We'll just attack with this for now. Alright, I'm counting on you, Jolteon. Be nice to get the other Eevee soon, because I want to start using these Misty, right? No! Jolteon, you big scrumbus! No! That's what my opponents are supposed to do with Jolteon. What a doofus. He only has 90 health. That's crazy, considering Vaporeon has a 130. Makes sense, though. His attack's really good. Except when that happens. Actual disaster. Fingers crossed they don't have Vileplume this turn. But that's a pretty large hand for them to not have a Vileplume yet. Looks like Vileplume's coming down. So all we need to do is wake up and then get all 4 heads, and we'll knock out the Vileplume. I think it's a perfect plan. What? They don't have it? Bold to evolve the active bloom if you don't have it yet. That's my opinion. Alright, Jolteon. Give me 1 knockout, please. No. Not again! No! No! What are you doing over there? Oh, the 8 tails? You're killing me, bro. Really? 2 for nothing over 2 turns? Maybe they'll just drool again. Nah, they had it this time. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Can you evolve your Snom, please? Help me out. Help a Marshy out. I deserve you to at least Snom me. Ah. Alright, well, in that case, I'll send up this one, because we're gonna sing if we don't get a heads on Vaporeon. I'm only taking 1 point. Alright, we can attack with Vaporeon. But it's not like, you know... Alright, I think my plan is to sing, hope they don't wake up, then retreat Ditto for Vaporeon next turn and Sabrina for a knockout, and then Sabrina them again for a knockout the turn following. I think that's... Oh man. Jolteon, you big Goomba. You big bungus. You big stinky soup. Also, they should evolve that Wigglytuff now, right? If they have it. So anyways, I can Sabrina and knock out. I mean, there's no way they don't have a Sabrina in their hand, right? What do they have? They could have anything in there. About 4 cards left. So we Sabrina, we get a knockout. And then if we top deck the other Sabrina, we get another knockout. I feel like that's my out. But we need them to not have a Sabrina. But like, they have so many cards. And surely they have the evolutions that go with them, right? So like, do they have room for Sabrinas in this deck? They haven't drawn their evolutions. Well, I don't know. I feel like they must have a Sabrina, and they'll use it now. There's no way you have 0 Sabrina, right? Surely they have 1. Oh, no, they had that one. All right. So there's a chance, chat. There's a chance. I need to wake up though, so I can get tails on the sleep flip and instantly lose. I need a heads on the flip, and then to top deck Sabrina. Come on, give me a heads. At least give me a heads. Oh, what a disaster. What a disaster. But like, there's nothing to do, right? Yeah, too bad. Very silly. Alright, here comes the Ditto. Oh my goodness. Look at this Caterpie Ditto in the tree. We also have 2 leaf Dittos. Pretty funny. It is a fire deck, look at that. We're gonna get to flare them. For all the good that'll do us. Alright, this Eevee seems destined to be a Jolteon. We get Jolteon to make up for its failings in that previous game. Actually get a few heads here. That'd be cool. I should evolve the benched Ponyta. I think that'd be really cool. So there's Jolteon. Here's a Ditto. So now all we need is to get 3 heads on this Jolteon, and then my opponent never recovers. It'll be great. Is there any chance that they send up Ninetales? Let's give them a chance to mess up. Because this way we also start tackling a fresh Ponyta, right? Like, we can actually hit it with the flamethrower and take an easy knockout while the Ditto has 1 energy. Oh, no way they did that! Did they not know? Come on. Don't be a goose. Don't be a silly goose. Paid actor. You love to see it. I don't know about that one. To be fair, I feel like Ditto is a pretty, like, uncommon thing to encounter, so, like... I mean, how do you not see that coming, though? Did they just not look at my energy pool? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, other than... at least we win. This coming turn, I think my plan is to Sabrina, and I'll just knock out the benched Ponyta if they send that up, but I'll retreat for the Jolteon if they don't. That's my big Marshy plan. Oh my goodness. They're just letting me kill that thing today. They're like, you know what? What if Marshy just kills my main attacker before it ever gets to do anything? What then? Of course, Jolteon could misbehave like he did in that other game. Oh, 1 heads, just 1 more. Good job, Jolteon. You get cake. Mm-hmm. Flare? How will I ever recover? How will anyone recover? Hey, Misty. Jolteon! What are you doing over there, buddy? Why does it have to be this way? Why does it always have to be this way? Answer me that. Opponent has 2 Ponyta and a Dream. Sabrina, here, please enjoy this Ditto. Do we have a Rapidash? We have a Heatmore. Do you guys think my Jolteon can handle 1-heads in this situation? Or is he gonna be a pinhead with his pin missile? Get it? Me neither. Yay! Wow. There's 3 Ditto leaves. Can you spot all the Dittos? There's even a Ditto on the tree. Like, apart from the Caterpie Ditto. Are there more? So, 1, 2, 3, 4 plant Dittos, a Caterpie Ditto, and 2 real Dittos. Are there more? Every time I look at the picture, I see more Dittos. The Blaine deck seems to be the deck of the day. Hopefully we top deck a Vaporeon to use our Misty. That would be fine, just fine. It'd be quite grand. Hearthstone is not giving me the best time. I had a 5-win streak to Diamond 2, 3 stars with Libram Paladin. Changed for C-Lock, lost 3 in a row. Ah, unlucky. You hate to see the skill issue. Alright, let's see how much of a skill issue I have. Let's go, Misty. Oh? Somewhat talented. Not talented enough. If they evolve both of those Pokemon, I think we're probably a little in trouble. But if they just evolve the back one or just evolve the front one, I think we're okay. Oh. I guess that's nice, right? Like, they knock out the Ditto, that's fine. We send a Vaporeon and it gets the first hit. So, even if they Blaine, they're not one-shotting Vaporeon. Alright, beautiful. And now they have to reattach to the active in order to do anything with it, so they lose some attach momentum. That said, the Rapidash only needs the 1 energy, so probably fine. So actually I might be in kind of a rough spot, because if they have Rapidash either in this turn or when they play the Rapidash, Blaine gets me close enough, right? So that they deal 120 now, I heal 30, I go back to 40 health on me. That's enough for a Rapidash KO. So yeah, they just need the Rapidash. So the best NOEX deck is the aggro fire deck. It's the one I'm seeing the most. I don't know that it is the best. It could be. But like, I'm also playing like just silly stuff, right? So it's hard to say. I feel like I haven't seen enough Farfetch'd in this mode. The one time I've seen Farfetch'd so far, it's been in a deck that should just never run Farfetch'd. So like, it was in a Dragonite deck. But like, a lot of decks could be running Farfetch'd and be really fast out the gate. Unless it's even worse than the Redditors thought at first. Remember when everyone was asking for a Farfetch'd nerf? But Farfetch'd is pretty good. In regular mode, it is not any good. In regular Pocket, it's terrible. There's no good deck that would run Farfetch'd if we're running with all the cards. It's a budget card. So it's not terrible. It's like good for a budget card. But once you have all the cards, there isn't a deck that would run it. But in NOEX mode, it gets a little bit better. So the health totals are lower and 40 starts to two-shot most things, and that's pretty good, especially with the help of like if you had a Giovanni. So like I would expect to see more Farfetch'd in NOEX mode, but it'd be really funny if he wasn't even worth it in this one. Who's best base? Farfetch'd or Kangaskhan? Kangaskhan actually has some applications in the regular mode, so I would say Kangaskhan is better for regular mode. For this mode, I'm not sure. I think it depends on your style of deck. Like Farfetch'd actually has enough health to survive a few early things. Not like a few things in a row, but like a few types of things. It has enough health to survive. So you could actually theoretically attack with it twice, which is a lot of damage for one energy. But also Kangaskhan has a lot of health and also attacks very cheaply, so it could be that that's just better. All right, well, we're getting to attack with the Vaporeon. That's pretty cool. Flamethrower. Boop. What was Kangaskhan's attack? It's 1 for flip 2 coins and deal 30 damage for each. So 1 for average 30, which is worse than Farfetch'd, but it has 100 HP, which is substantial compared to Farfetch'd. Wish I could listen to Marshy sounds, but I forgot my headphones and I'm on a train. Oh, I'm sorry, Swofo. But you won't know that I'm sorry. Do most paper tourneys have sideboards? None of them do. Paper Pokemon doesn't need sideboards the same way that Magic does, because the tutor and draw in paper Pokemon, or PP for short, is so much stronger. Like, there's so much better draw and tutoring in paper Pokemon compared to any other card game. So you can include a tech main board and just find it. Like, not only can you find a tech more reliably, but because your draw and your tutoring is so much, you're not as weighed down when you draw a tech. In the paper TCG, are there specific rules for coin flipping techniques? You have to use, like, your coin can't, like, damage cards, right? If you're gonna flip a coin to resolve a coin flip effect, it can't be like so heavy that it'll damage cards when it comes down. A judge has to be able to prove that it's balanced. Like, they have to be satisfied that it's balanced. There are some old Pokemon coins you can't use because they're not balanced. Like, people mention a Lugia one. I don't know which Lugia one it is, but the original Chansey one is also weighted, so you can't use that one. Then if you're going to use a dice, and if you flip, I think it has to be a foot off the table. I think you have to start a foot off the table if you flip a roll. Then if you're using a dice for a coin flip, which is what most people do, evens is heads, odds is tails, and your dice has to have rounded corners and it has to be translucent. Uh-oh. Jolteon? Unlucky. So I guess I'm going to Vaporeon and hope for a heads here. Oh, thank goodness. Neat. I guess I won't waste my XP then, because I might need it later. You never know. Man, that poison's really gonna take all the bubble out of my drain, right? Oh, your dice has to also be distinct from any dice you're using for damage counters. That way, you don't have like to dispute which dice was which. Yikes. So I'm gonna be at 90 coming back. Alright. Very good. I would prefer to have a Ditto for next turn to be able to put that water energy on a Ditto, right? Like, because I'm probably gonna have to attack with a Ditto at some point here. I had to repair someone's nose today while in class. Uh-oh. How does that go? Like, are you in medical school and you were doing a figurative thing, or but did you get a band-aid? Someone hurt their nose? What's that? What's the context? Interesting. That led to my Vaporeon being able to attack again. Ooh, we got a Jolteon. That's nice. I think I'm gonna do this. We're not yet at the point where my opponent is hitting me with the oh, I keep forgetting. This thing does not have only one retreat cost, but we're not at the point yet where my opponent can pick the Vaporeon off the bench with Greninja, so might as well go for the knockout, and we got it. Got it. Let's go. Not the Tentashpool. Alright. Opponent is out of basic Pokemon in their deck. What are they thinking? I like the part where our Jolteon lives, especially that it lives outside of Greninja ping range. So all I have to do is retreat this thing. All the energy I could ever want. Thank you, Misty, for bestowing me with all these extra energy cards. Yeah, we'll retreat, and we can even... Wait, what? We can even repower this thing up. Go Vaporeon, heal yourself to the moon. Let's go. Am I liking NOEX? This deck is not very strong, so I think it's a little scuffed. I think if I was trying to like really sweat with this mode, it would be more fun. Like if I was trying to like actually come up to with something that's really good. But so far what I've been trying to do is just like explore strategies that aren't possible in regular mode, and so like I'm playing with like slightly underpowered things, I guess. But overall good, I think. How I feel about it was really going to depend on how well the videos do. Going second. Poor Ditto. Ditto is so bad. I think Ditto should only copy active, and any energy should be enough, right? It should only have to go for total energy, not specific energy. Unless they come out with some kind of like special Ditto supporter, I don't know. I don't know what they would do. Do you think that going first, feeling so bad, should be changed, or is it just a part of the game we should live with? I think that going first will feel less bad when more cards come out. Like, as soon as there's an abundance of strategies that have good Pokemon that have 1 energy on a stage 1 and 2 energy on a stage 2, like, you need that for going first to feel good. So as soon as Pokemon exist that can take advantage of going first, then going first isn't going to seem so bad. But the way things are now, there are very few Pokemon that can take advantage of going first, and those Pokemon aren't even that great, right? Like, you know, Weezing is one of them, and it's like just barely over the line as far as like a good Pokemon for regular mode. And Pidgeot can take advantage of going first, and then you're doing 1 for 30 on your second turn and 2 for 70 on your second turn, so that's like a more fringe Pokemon. It's like these Pokemon exist that like to go first, but you know, they aren't they aren't the best Pokemon. Two heads, two heads, two heads. Nice. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if they came out with like, you know, an EX that had like 1 for 50 and, you know, 2 for 70 or something like that, you know, that Pokemon would like to go first if it was a stage 1. And we need more basics. We need more basics so our Ditto doesn't die, right? Oh no. Vaporeon, I'm gonna have to ask you to get wrecked. They never both go down, right? So as long as they don't have a second potion, we're fine either way. It would just be so much funnier to attack with Ditto than it would be to attack with Vaporeon. Vaporeon, take one for the content. 200 straight to the dome. For the content, Vaporeon, come on. This is fine. I don't know why you would do it. There's no reason to do it, no reason not to. No! Oh man, it was gonna be so funny. Can you imagine if we got in the swing with that Ditto? It, like, you know, it's okay, right? Because we still have the Vaporeon to finish this thing off, but like, it's not nearly as clip worthy. All things considered, you know, it went about as good as it could have if it had to go that route, right? Like 150 hit the Ditto. It's not like the, you know, 2 hit the Ditto and this thing had to take 100 damage. Boy, do they have a lot of Pokemon in their deck. Heads. Neat. As far as going first too, like say they ported Rare Candy over from the main TCG, that like in a Mewtwo mirror, if Rare Candy exists, you'd frequently want to go first, right? Because then you can you Ralts Mewtwo, or like Mewtwo active Ralts on the bench on turn 1. On turn 2, you Rare Candy into Gardevoir, attach to Mewtwo, Gardevoir onto Mewtwo, and then the turn after you do it again and you're the first person to deal 150, right? Whereas if you went second, you have Mewtwo and Ralts on the bench, attach an energy to your active, pass. Your opponent now has 2 energy on their Mewtwo. Coming back to your turn, you Rare Candy into Gardevoir, attach and Gardevoir, and now you have 3 energy. You still can't use your big 150 attack, pass, and your opponent can. So like that's just an example of how new cards can swing whether going first or going second is more valuable. It's just right now, like the advantage of going first is you can evolve first, and there aren't the Pokemon in this game that care about evolving faster than like you can attach energies per turn, you know? Like everything that requires evolving tends to still be limited by how fast you can attach an energy to it. So the game is incomplete in the sense that you're still limited by, like, you can't even run 20 good cards yet. Yeah. Yep. If my opponent wants to be a hero, all right, a content hero, they can evolve that Dragonair. They either evolve that Dragonair like a champion, or they don't evolve it like a chumpion. Please evolve it. Just do it. Do it for my Ditto. All right? Complete my Ditto's dream. Evolve that Dragonair. Please. Let's go. Give me the Dragonair. Give me the Dragonair. Dragonite, rather. Don't do this to us. Dragonite. Come on. Oh! Can I get some hype in the chat for Buford, the content champion, the content king? What a beautiful, beautiful, kind Buford. All right, A+ Buford. No notes for you, unless of course you concede here, in which case you go back to being a champion. They're chilling. X speed. Have they decided they want to have a Dragonite active? They're playing around the Giovanni. All right, that's fair. That's real fair. Okay. All right, Ditto, you have one shot at this. Why would I even waste next speed? I have so much, like, Misty gave us so much. Let's do this, Ditto. You got one shot. 1 point. All right. Let's see it. Draco Meteor. Let's go. Are you kidding me? Oh, disaster. Are they gonna get to win because of that? That'd be really funny. They need to knock out 2 things, right? So it's unlikely. Oh, sick, we even get to attack again. All right, no notes for you, Ditto. You did perfect. Dragonite, Ditto, Buford. I love you guys. Y'all did great. Okay. This is the best it could have. Well, now I'll never forgive you. Didn't even let me attack again. Horrible. Horrible. F-. Lost all your branded points. Nah, you can still keep some.